Good morning, students. Myself Abhishek Sharma from Mount Litra Z School, Jhansi. Students, we are continuing with 7th chapter of Business Studies of class 12th. In my previous lecture, we have discussed about the qualities of leadership, and today is the last element of directing, that is communication, which I have mentioned in my whiteboard, which we will going to discuss now. So basically, there are four elements of directing: supervision, motivation, leadership, and communication. So today is the turn for communication. Communication can be defined as a transmission or exchange of ideas, views, message, information or instructions between two or more persons by different means. It can be by spoken words, it can be by written words, it can be through diagram, picture graphs, or by a gesture. The communication is a two-way process as it begins with senders and ends when the feedback comes from receiver to sender. Minimum two parties are involved in the process of communication, that is the sender and the receiver. Now let's see the communication process. Communication process starts with the sender, then message come, content of ideas or message or suggestion, whichever sender wants to share is called message. Then there is encoding. Receiver cannot read the mind of sender, so receiver converts the idea into a language. Then comes media. It is the way or means through which encoded message has to be transmitted. Then comes decoding. Decoding refers to converting the encoded message into language and understanding the message. Then comes the receiver. Receiver is the person who receives the communication and understands the message. Last comes the feedback. After understanding the message, receiver sends his response on that idea or message to sender. When response reaches the sender, then only communication process ends. Now, what about its types? Communication are of two types. One is formal and other is informal. Informal and formal communication. Starting with formal communication. Formal communication refers to the official communication at official peace between people who are officially related to each other. Formal communication refers to the official communication taking place in the organization whenever there is exchange of views or message or information related to official matter such as assignment of work, objectives, etc. It is known as formal communication. It can be downward, it can be upward, it can be horizontal, and it can be diagonal also. Now let's see what is informal communication. Informal communication between different members of organizations who are not officially attached to each other is known as informal communication. Generally, the social interaction, friendly talks, and non-official matters are discussed in the informal communication. There is no fixed direction or path for the flow of information under the informal communication. The information moves in a very vague, confusing, and zigzag manner. That is why the network of informal communication is known as grapevine. There is no fixed source of information under informal communication, and information can move in any directions. So that is all about informal communication. Now, in formal communication there are of four types: downward, upward, horizontal, and diagonal. So downward communication means flow of information from top level to lower level. It may be in the form of order, plan, policies, notices, instructions, etc. Whereas upward communication, when subordinate inform or passes any information to the superior. It can be in the form of suggestion, complaints, grievances, or proposal. Now let's see horizontal communication. It is the communication between the two parties or more persons working at the same level of authority. Now the last is diagonal communication. Diagonal communication is the flow of information between the person working at different department and also holding different level of authority. For example, the salesman may request the production manager to modify the product design according to the requirements and needs of the customer. The diagonal communication prevents delay in the flow of information, and it also helps in taking the fast decision, as subordinate of one department can directly communicate with the manager of other department. So students, that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.